Okay, get yourself a broomstick, a dowel, something that you can hang on to. And of course, it's a plus if you can put it here and not have to bend in. Okay, so we're going to use it for range of motion to start with today. I'm going to abbreviate probably this. We've got a lot going on this morning, but we're going to hit some very important moves to follow up on that stair climbing thing. And one of the first things I'm going to do to warm you up is I got my pole in my hand. It's tall enough so that I hope that you can see my head this time. I think I cut my head off on Friday. I think you can see me. Anyway, here's the deal. When you use an assisted device for walking, for anything, ambulation in any way, you need to do it so that you don't have to bend over to reach it. So it has to be tall enough. You see these? These are my weights, okay? And I'm going to use them to warm up because I'm going to take some big steps over objects. See that? See that? So I'm standing on one side of the weights. And in doing this, I understand there's a risk. Because what if I got just a little bit and I caught my foot on the side of the weights before I went down? That would be enough to send me to the floor probably. So if you can do both weights, fine. But if that bothers you, just do one weight. So I'm going to stand here just a little bit beside and behind the weights, and I'm going to step over. And I'm going to step back. And you see I have my little dowel here. Can I do it without the dowel? Sure. But what if I needed it? Okay. So this move that I'm doing right now, and you can use one of your weights or both to get over and then to get back. What are you having to do? You're having to stand and balance on one leg, one foot. That's why I want you to have something like this, a wall or a chair, okay? When you bend forward from your hip. So I'm all the way over my target, which is both my weights. Now I'm going to come back, and you see right there, I wasn't quite going to make it, so I just tapped my foot on the top of my weight. Then I'm going to bring it all the way down, okay? So it's this little thing when somebody's putting on their shoe, when they're stepping on a curb or over something, that is where this particular training comes into play. Very important. Stepping over, navigating your surroundings, and not getting into a fall situation. Your joints are soft. I'm stepping over. I'm stepping back. Okay? Then I'm going to come around here, and I'm going to use the other leg. So you see I'm back, and I'm on one side of the weights. I got my dowel. See that? Rib cage up. If you bend, where are you going to bend from? Your hip. Tight tummy. Drop your shoulders. Bring that leg up. Go all the way over the weights. Then come all the way back. So I can tell you that when I do this, and I step over and then I come back, it is no problem. The other one was a little iffy for me. Why? Because this is my hip replace side. Now this is my knee replace side, but when you get a hip replace, automatically you don't have the pain. But guess what you don't have? You don't have the stability. Yeah. So when I get ready to step over, I'm going to bring my knee up. Then my target is way over here. So now I'm straddled my weights, and I'm going to come back now. So I have to bring my knee up, and this has to be stable enough to bring me over. Okay? On the other side, I'm going to do it 2 more times on this side alone. So again, you say rib cage up, hip hinge, drop your shoulders, breath through the nose. Here we go. All the way over, step aside that way. See that? And I'm going to come back and over. And yeah, my ankle does a lot of this, but it's still not like the other side. Okay, one more. I go over. Okay, I'm not using my dowel on this. And I come back. Okay, now step behind those weights. And if you don't believe me on this, you do it another couple of times, especially if you have knees replaced, hips replaced, and or back issue. Okay, so hip hinge. If you don't cave, do a hip hinge. Then bring that knee up, bring it all the way over. Now I'm on the other side. Then I'm going to bring it all the way back. And see how I had to tap down and bring it back. So why did I feel the need to tap down? Because I was trying to hold stability with my hip replaced side. You're going to have balance challenges when you have joints replaced. So do what you need to help strengthen all the muscles around that. That's what I'm going to focus on today. So after I've done that over and back, now I'm going to use my different heights of benches. I'm going to go high first. So I've got my dowel right here. I'm going to hip hinge. I'm going to go wide. I'm going to hip hinge. I'm going to go down, all the way down. See, all the way down. Bring the dowel under the chin. Now let me ask you a question. We're doing compound moves right now. So I'm going to be really warming up, and I'm going to be squatting or doing sit to stands in different heights. You can use the same chair. You can achieve this by having the pad on your chair and then taking the pad out. You get it. But take your dowel, put it under your chin, and here's my question. So don't grip and don't take your wrist out of neutral. This is neutral. This is not, and this is not. Okay, we'll do those, but right now I want to keep this neutral. When you drop your shoulders right here and the dowel's under your chin, you got to drop the shoulders, but you have to squeeze your shoulders together because I don't want the dowel to be out here. Okay, I want it to be in here. So that means my elbows have to be pointing at my waist. See that? Take a big breath through the nose. Now I'm going to hip hinge. My legs, my feet are wide as the chair legs, okay? As I come down, do not do this fast. I want you to use your muscles, all right? So you're going to hip hinge. My shoulders are down, squeezing into the back. Hip hinge, go into the heels, and you have lift off. See that? And I'm going to do that one more time. I'm going to come down, and this is right under my chin. My elbows are pointing at my waist. They're not doing this. They're down here. Okay, go wide. Now, when you come up, we're going to do this 3 times at this particular level. We did 1. Lean in. Okay, big breath. Exhale, lift off, and you're up. Make sure your knees are not going in. Here we go back down. This is the last one here. At this point, hip hinge, elbows down, heels, and exhale. 3. Sit to stands on a higher level because I have the pad there. Now I'm going to simply step over here. Okay? Got my dowel here. I'm going to bring it up with me. See? I'm going to go down. And it's lower. So this is lower. So right now, if you don't have a bench or something else you can sit on, you will simply take the pad out. That will make it lower. Here we go. back up, okay? Tuck in, tuck down, and hip hinge, heels, go all the way down. Here we go, hip hinge, take a breath, exhale, and you're coming up. Now I want you to go right back to what we were doing, where I did side to side stepping. Now I'm gonna step over, and I'm gonna come back. And if you need to, at this point, put your hand on a chair or on the dowel, you do that. See how I'm going over and back? So I'm gonna do it again. I'm only gonna do it like, I don't know, 3 times. Try your best not to jerk, meaning using momentum. See, I'm gonna step over right there. Now stay low. Use this or a wall. Tighten, push on the back leg and the front leg. Push, so you're doing a push-pull to get your leg back over that object, which is my weights, okay? Over and back. Don't jerk. Over, I'm changing legs, and back. Watch how you do this. If you did nothing more than what I just covered right now, sit to stands at different levels, stepping over an object smoothly, not jerking. Oh my goodness, you would be so far ahead of the game. So now I want you to just tap. See, I'm not stepping on the weights, I'm just tapping. I'm shifting and I'm tapping. Shifting and tapping. So it's just a tap right there. Take a big deep breath. Keep your knees soft. Keep your shoulders down. Big breath again through the nose. Go right there. Drop your shoulders. Yes and yes. Now I'm going to take a leg up and bring it back down. So it's like you're going to do a high march. Now, here's what's going to happen. I'm not stepping on anything. I'm not stepping over anything. I have my weights right here. So I don't want to trip on them. But what I do want you to do now is take this one-legged stance a little higher. How do I do that? I purposely shift into a full foot, okay? Then I bring that knee up, up, up until I can think about putting the dowel under it, okay? Now some of you may elect not to do that. That's perfectly fine. And if you do it, have something that you can hang on to. Or just, all I'm trying to put your dowel under your leg for is I'm trying to get you to bring your knee up higher. That's the only reason I'm having to do it. Now, if this was a bunch of kids, sure, I would be having them bring a ball under their leg and do all kinds of stuff like that. What we're trying to do is have better balance and to ambulate better. Okay? So you gotta be able to do some tasks with your leg suspended. And see, my ankle right now is doing all kinds of stuff in order for me to do that task. It just makes it more complex when you put something, I don't care what it is, under that leg while you hold balance on the other leg. Don't do it fast. Take your time, because I actually want you to hold it up there for a little bit. So after we've done sit to stands, high knees, passing the ball or the dowel under, that's what you want to do for a warm-up, okay? Now take your dowel, put it on top of your head. It doesn't go any higher than that. See, it's just on top of my head. And look at my elbows. My elbows are not flaring, because those of you who have issues with shoulders, this will push you. I have my hands, my wrist in neutral. My elbows are not flaring. Keep your elbows pointed down. Drop, and then come to the top. See, drop, come to the top. Drop, come to the top. Drop. So I'm dropping the dowel just a little bit down the length, from the top of the head, and then down and up. Down and up. Don't flare the elbows. Do not. Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath. And bring it down. If you did that whole series with me just now, you should be feeling it. Okay. Take this and go around like that. Okay, now we're going to end with this and move into the next section of our class by like stirring the pot, okay, so to speak. Just like this. Keep your shoulders down. I have my feet wide. Yeah, my weights are here so you don't see my other foot probably. I'm going to shift and bring the leg up momentarily. See? So I'm doing this. That's going to pull me off. Okay? Now I'm going to go this way. That's going to pull me off. I might have to tap. Keep your knee soft. Yeah, drop your shoulders. Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath. Sink back down. Switch your hands. Start the circular motion. Okay? Now shift. Bring the toe up. If you need to, tap it, but stay here. Stay here. See? If you need to tap, tap. Then shift. The other hand, you're really reaching. Here we go. See, it's right up here. I'm right bouncing on this leg. Tap if you need to, but try to stay up here. One more. Shift. Here we go. Stir the pot. Bring that toe off the ground. Take a big deep breath. And come back down. Yay. All right. I have my dowel here if I need it. I'm ready to pick up my weights now. Okay? So we're going to do different today. We've done quite a bit of warm up. I'm going to start heavy and I'm going to go light. Okay? So I'm going to go heavy down to lighter. So I should have brought my gloves. I forgot them. So what am I going to pick up? I'm going to do what I had to do to get the weights in position in the middle of this floor. I'm going to pick up the heaviest weight that it is. So that's how you have to move it. And by the way, when you're doing heavy weight, you should pick it so that it's challenging for you, but that it's doable. Okay? So I've got this. I'm going to take a step out and back. Just take a step out and back. And see, I have a target. I want to step forward. I want to step back with the whole set. It's a forward and back trajectory. And all I'm doing right now is I'm rolling that back foot. That's all I'm doing. I'm going to step forward and back with the heaviest weight that I can manage. Okay, now I'm not gripping the weights. They're hanging off my fingertips. Okay, tight tummy, drop your shoulders. Tight tummy, drop your shoulders. Tight tummy, drop your shoulders. A couple more. See, let that foot roll in the back. Whenever you're every other one, as you rotate back and forth, okay, alternate back and forth, roll that foot with this heavy weight right there, okay? Now I'm gonna go and sit down with this weight. I'm gonna choose the lower level, the bench without the pad, okay? You choose whatever you want to, but all I'm gonna do is manage this heavy weight. I'm going to come here, and if it's very heavy for you, put your hands to the front like this, and then come down. See, that's very doable. And a lot of people don't know the mechanics of that. And if I were having some real challenges with hips or knees or whatever, I might not have the weights here. I might just practice sitting down and standing up. Yeah. but I chose to get the heavy weights. So now I'm gonna hip hinge, I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna come up, and I'm gonna come up. See that? Now I'm gonna do that 2 more times. I am not gonna put my hands here. This is the easier way. I am gonna choose to have them right here. So I have to manage them a little differently because they're 18 pounds and 18 pounds. So I'm gonna come down like this and come back up. But you can have them here at the front. And that's what you wanna do. If you wanna be independent, you gotta be able to sit down and stand up. And if you do this a couple of more times, pretty regularly, you are gonna be the winner. So right now, have you squeezed your butt? Yes, you have to do that. Drop your shoulders, take a breath, go into the heels, then come back. So I'm not doing anything except maintaining with my hands. See, I'm not lifting. I am standing up and sitting down with almost 40 pounds added to my body weight. Breath, breath. Now, slow it down. We're going down, we're going down, we're going down. We're gonna hold. Breath, hold. Breath, hold. And come back. Okay? Take a big deep breath. Push the butt back. We come down, 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 down. Just hang out down here. Don't sit down. Hold on to it, hold on to it, hold on to it. Where are your heels? Come back up. Squeeze. Gluteals. Big breath. Here we go. Down, 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 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sure you're not bringing your knees in or out. 2 more. Here we go. Right here. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Squeeze. Back down. Breath. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yay. Now, I got heavy weights, right? I'm going to step back and then come back. Okay, so if you've got heavy weights, I don't want you moving around a lot, but I want your body, your frame to feel what managing a heavy weight feels like. See how I'm just stepping back? I'm stepping back in. So this, if you could get this kind of sit to stand and then a step back. I'm not even going into a lunge. I'm simply stepping back and then stepping back up, okay? With good mechanics. That means dropping shoulders. When I step back, my toe goes first. It is not pointed out. You gotta maintain your balance here. And when you step back, it's with control. Drop those shoulders, step back, keep the toe forward, then come back. Take a breath. Sorry about the chatter. This is a full household today. And we're doing our workout anyway, aren't we? And then come back. Okay, I got one more. Just stay with me. Step back with this very heavy weight, whatever you chose. Okay? Take a breath and step back. So I might tell you again, some of you are maybe saying, well, I can't do all those weights. So here's the thing. That's fine. But you got to get in your head a point of principle of progression. Okay? So as I go down, see, I'm going to go put the weights right in here and right in here. Now I'm going to open my hands because, boy, they were hanging on to 18 pounds and 18 pounds. So open your hands, open wide, step wide, pull it in. Now, right now, drop the shoulders. Loosen up your knees, keep your shoulders down, and then you're going to just rotate. I'm not pivoting. That means I'm not moving a foot. I'm not even lifting my heel yet. Why is that? Because see, if I can get you to be stationary here and not move your feet, then I'm going to affect your spine from the waist up and your lower a little. I'm even going to be going down into rotation and mobility for your knee. But see, I'm not turning it. So drop your shoulders right now and turn and turn and turn and turn. See that? Now bring your hands down, okay? Now we're gonna affect more the lower leg. So what am I gonna do? I'm wide stance. I'm gonna turn one toe in place and lift my heel. Then I'm gonna come back, like I'm gonna sit back, and I'm gonna turn and lift one heel. So I'm turning on the toe. So now I am pivoting. So it's gonna be a turn, drop, a turn, drop, a turn, drop, and a turn, drop. Good. All right. Now, take a big breath. I'm going to pick up 15 pounds and 15 pounds, okay? So that means I'm getting lighter. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to channel it to 15 and 15, okay? So now I'm going to do a classic move, but if you really understood the mechanics and you do it with good posture, this is like the basic move. And too bad they call it a deadlift, okay? Take a big breath. It's designed to strengthen your hips and your back extensors. So I'm right here. I'm gonna come right here. I'm gonna soften my knees. I'm not gonna bend them. I'm just softening them. They're not locked. And then I'm going to hip hinge down and let the weights pull me down as far as I feel I can. And then I come up and I let it just fall right into place. So I go here, I push the butt back, I go down as far as I can, and I pull with my back extensors up, okay, and my knee is soft. Knee is soft, butt is pushing back, I go as low as I can, I come up, and then I push through my legs. So you're pushing through your legs and you're pulling. It's a push-pull. You're pushing with the legs, pulling with the back extensors, okay? Pull and push is how it goes. Take a breath, all the way down as far as you can. Some of you could go to the knee, some of you can go lower, but you gotta be pushing your butt back. Breath and breath, squeeze your butt right there. Here we go. Drop that chin, breath and breath. Here we go. All the way. Pull, push. You're pushing with the legs. You're pulling with your back extensors right here. Push and then pull. See that? Two more. Here we go. Push, pull. One more. Here we go. Push with the legs. Pull with the back. Okay? Now, before we put that down, I'm going to come over here to the lower bench. You can use your chair. And I'm just going to sit. See that? Just sit. So now we're going to take the lower leg out of it for just a second or two. We're going to bring that heavy, but not as heavy as it could be, weight right here. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to open at the hip. And then I'm going to take one and gently place it on your knee. Okay? Open at the hip. Take a breath. Exhale. Place it on the knee. Okay? I am doing a modified bicep curl. And I'm bringing in to this whole work, your core, much bigger. And I'm doing part of the way. I'm not asking my biceps to pull the whole way. That's a modification. So here we go. Hip hinge back. Drop your shoulders. Take a breath. And pull that weight as heavy as you've chosen. Hold it there. Take a breath. Exhale. Bring the other one. Hang out here for just a second. Then put that one down. Exhale. Take a breath. Put it down. Yes. So you should just feel your biceps holding on to that weight as you lower it and raise it. Got it? I'm not doing it together. Okay? Hip hinge open. Take a breath. Exhale. Bring it in. Take a breath. Exhale. Bring it in. Now take a breath. Exhale. Back down. Take a breath. Exhale. Back down. Yes. Now take a breath. And I'm going to stand up. Now, what did I tell you is acceptable modification? When you're standing up with a lot of weight. Yeah. You simply put your hands right on top of the knee and right up with the hands. That's perfectly fine. Or you can have them beside you if you want it harder. So here we go. I'm going to keep them here because I want you to see that you can stand up with a pretty good weight. So I'm standing up now with 50. Okay? So I'm going to hip hinge. I'm going to push into where? My heels. Take a breath. Exhale. Come right on up. Squeeze that butt. Got it? Go back down. Because I want you to feel the difference. Take a breath. Hip hinge. Exhale. Right there. Now, you might have noticed I've let my weights go to my side. I'm not going to do this, but you may want to continue. That's fine. Hip hinge all the way down and all the way back up. Take a big deep breath. Hip hinge, exhale. Hip hinge, exhale. So you breathe in when you're down. Okay, take a breath. Exhale. And take a breath. Exhale. Okay. Now I'm going to put those weights down. Right here. I'm going to open. Here this side step is. See this? See this? Number one. My elbows are down. That means my shoulders have to be back. I'm going to side step. Side step. You got to get these side steps in. Number one. And number two, you got to notice what are you doing with your feet. When you go to side step and you're suspended right here. See, there's the suspension. What are you doing with that other foot? Are you excessively rolling it out? Are you turning it out? You got to pay attention. What are you doing with those feet? Okay, now I'm going to purposely turn the toes in and bring my knees in. Then I'm going to go straight with them. Then I'm going to turn them out on purpose. Yeah, just like that. Open those knees. Come down as far as you can with your feet open. Okay? Then come back and turn those toes forward again. So this inversion, movement into the hips, then neutral, then evert or turn out. Okay? Rib cage up and go down. Go down into the C squat. And then come back. Take a big deep breath. Big deep breath. Okay? Here is my pole again. Okay? Right here. Now we're going to do some hip work. Then I'm gonna pick up 12 pounds, so I'm going down. See that? I only have about 3 more moves that I'm gonna be doing. And hopefully you're hearing me. Anyway, here's my little bar. I could have a bar and a chair, okay, if you need to. Or I could just do this with a bar or a wall, okay? So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna put my foot back here. I'm gonna squeeze my gluteal, okay? Lean in and do that curl. See that curl? So lift, curl. Do you see? If I were doing this whole move right now, and I had put everybody down on the floor, and we were down on the floor, laying down, we would stay in good extension. Then I pull and curl, tap, lift, pull, lift, pull, and bring it back in, okay? Your back should be getting pretty tight. Take the other one, step back, pretend you're laying down flat. You're gonna lift, then you're gonna curl. You're gonna lift, then you're gonna curl. You're gonna lift, then you're gonna curl. Do it one more. Lift, curl. It's that curling, that curling. After you've lifted, you should be feeling in your hamstring. For anybody with knee replacements, hip replacements, it's very important. You can do it with a leg weight, but here's the deal. Unless you have the correct mechanics, yeah, it won't work as well. Okay, so I know there's lots of confusion today. I told you I had about 2 or 3 more moves to do. So now I'm 12 pounds and 12 pounds. So I'm going lighter, okay? So go ahead and bring it to either a 12 or a 9 or an 8 or a 6. That would be even fine. That would be fine. So what I'm gonna do is step over to a higher level of a sit down, meaning I have my pad in my chair, okay? I'm gonna see how these are feeling. I'm gonna go down and down. I'm gonna bring those weights right here and right here. I'm gonna bring the weights right here and right here, and then I'm gonna come back in. I'm gonna take a big breath. I'm gonna go wide with the arms. This is when those shoulders go down. Then we go here and we go down. And we bring it in and we bring it up and down. Do you see how I'm varying the movement patterns? I'm varying the bench heights. So this is about varying a lot of things today. You gotta change things up. But the movement should be pretty challenging here. See, I'm open at the hip. I'm taking big breaths. I'm going just to above my ears. Bringing them down, then I bring the elbows forward in a hinge. I bring them up, I bring them down. I open, I bring them up, I bring them down, I close. I come back in. I put them right down beside me. Take a big breath. I'm on the higher level. I'm gonna go and pick these weights up now, and then I'm gonna stand, okay? So I'm gonna practice, what I'm having you do is practice standing while loaded, okay? And we're loading in a good way. And it may be hard to stand if you load in not such a good way as well. Okay, here we go. Drop your chin, take a breath. Here we go, here we go, up. All right, big breath, hip hinge, and it's a pull. Just like you're gonna pull them up to put them in your pocket. So I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna go right here now. I'm gonna pull and bring them right to my side. Take a breath, stay with me. Pull. The back should be very extended. Your shoulders have to be down. Take a breath. Whew. Take a a breath. Take a breath. Pull. These should be a pretty good medium weight. Take a breath. Back. See, I'm not bent way down. I'm just bent over from the hip. Breath. 2 more. Pull. 1 more. Pull. And then pull up. Now with this lighter weight in this position, we're going to go all the way down just like we did before. Then we're going to push through the feet. Then we're going to pull from the back. Okay? 3 more. Here we go. Down. Push through the feet, into the heels, and then back. Drop your shoulders. Big breath. Push through the feet and rotate into the back. 1 more. Here we go. Push, then pull. Okay? Last move right here. 1 arm. 1 arm. Breath, breath. Breath and exhale. Breath and exhale. When you come up, you squeeze. You come up, you squeeze. Come up, you squeeze. You come up, you squeeze. Take a big deep breath. I'm going to walk over here. I'm going to put my little weights right down. Right down. Take and pull them all the way to 18. I'm going to step behind them. So I'm going to be right here. And here's our ending. We're going to start right here. My thumbs are forward. I'm doing low level rotations from the shoulder. Okay? Then I bring them up little by little. Some of you may not be able to bring them up. And see, I don't want them up here. I want them right here. Thumbs are forward. And here's what we're going to do. Now we're going to put it to the test. There's my weight. Target right there. I'm going to be going around. I'm shifting. I'm going to bring one leg, knee up, and I'm going to do tapping. See this? I'm tapping, 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 tapping. Put that foot down, shift, drop your shoulders. I'm going to go tap. I'm going to go tap. I'm going to go tap. And I'm going to continue my arm circles. And I'm tapping. And I'm tapping. And I'm tapping. I'm going to put it down. Take a breath. Just hang on. Don't shift yet.
30.
Oh, darn. I thought I was only at 15. Kathy got me. Okay, put your arms down here. So remember, my palms were down. Okay, now just open back. Don't bring them up yet. Soften your knees. Bring your thumbs open. See, they're pointing back. Start low. Okay, start low. Take a breath. Bring them up a little. Shift. And I'm going to go tap. And I'm going to go tap. So I'm not just going to set my foot there. I'm going to keep tapping. Okay? Doesn't have to be fast. But your other leg has to have a soft knee. And you have to be able to maintain your balance. Okay? Shift. Bring that knee up so that you can tap that toe. Keep pointing back with that thumb. Keep pointing back. Just keep pointing back. Keep pointing back. Tap. Okay, one more time. Here we go. Shift. Soft knee. Bring the thumbs back. Thumbs back. If I could just get you guys oriented.
30.
Oh, shoot. To do this series, this one with your arms shifting like that, that could be a minute. 1 minute, 1 minute. I'm telling you, your shoulders would benefit greatly if you could just put that in your little repertoire. Anyway, I know it's been crazy, hard maybe to hear me. I've got lots of activity going on here, but I decided I was going to get on anyway. So here we are. So I will stop recording. Let me see. Yes. And